2 months ago, I ditched Linux Mint after 3 solid years and jumped to CachyOS. I wanted more speed for video editing in Kdenlive, and surely I got it. All of the games I play just work right out of the box, everything feels twice as fast, and KDE Plasma is super customizable. But there's one reason I still kept a Mac around. Stick around if you're thinking about switching from Windows or Mint. I'll tell you exactly how it's going. I switched from macOS to Linux Mint around 2022. I just wanted to get out of the walled garden that is Apple products, build my own PC, and I didn't want to have Windows anywhere near it. So naturally, I chose Linux Mint. My love affair with Linux Mint lasted quite a while, but after a few years, I ended up wanting more. I was getting into making more videos for YouTube, and the reigning champion of open source video editing, Kdenlive, just wasn't cutting it anymore on Linux Mint. Editing in Kdenlive on CachyOS was like a dream come true, except one thing. DaVinci Resolve is so much better, and it pretty much only runs good on Windows and Mac right now. So for the time being, the good old Mac Mini is being fired up for the editing process. CachyOS remains my daily driver for everything else though. CachyOS really has me with its super snappy feel. The fact that games worked instantly without any extra downloads, the KDE Plasma customization, and the fact that it's Arch-based and pretty much always running the latest software. Installation was super easy. I put the CachyOS on a flash drive with Ventoy on it, popped it into my computer, spammed a button to enter BIOS settings, made sure the USB drive was the drive that was booting, and boom, I'm in the Calamaris installer. This was my first time using KDE Plasma on a desktop, and I was blown away by how fast and snappy it is. Everything felt like twice the speed of Mint and like 100 times the speed of Windows. Yeah, so for sure the two biggest wow factors for me in the beginning was how fast it was and how games ran right out of the box with no downloads or configuring anything. CachyOS also uses something like 4 GB of RAM at idle, which is a fraction of the somewhere around 8 to 15 that Windows can. It also didn't hurt that the main reason I switched to CachyOS from Mint, Kdenlive, ran super smooth compared to before, like light years better. I pretty much use CachyOS on my desktop to edit videos, write little fun scripts for web scraping, browse YouTube and check my analytics, and also create my thumbnails using Canva. You'll also catch me using OBS to make most of my screen captures for my videos in CachyOS, and also this is where all my virtual machines live. Now for some performance wins. Cachy feels like 2 times faster than Mint, and like I said, like 100 times faster than Windows, which I do use for work, unfortunately. It boots super quick, and I love Pac-Man because you get a much more in-depth look at what is going on when you update your system. Some of the cool customizations I've done include my custom fast fetch logo, and yes, I can already read the anime girl comments coming. I use Kitty customized to be transparent and have minimal borders. I moved the panel to be at the top, and I added custom wallpapers, plus Plasma themes and colors. So far, the only real issue I've had with Cachy was having to install some libraries to get my virtual machines to work, but once I got those installed, they were up and running and without any problems. I also had a serious display manager issue that came up while trying to get my computer to run AI locally, but you can hear all about that in a video linked at the end of this one. Spoiler alert, I got everything to work, except the AI. Here are my top 3 things I really love about CachyOS. 1. Its overall snappiness, super quick distro. 2. Games work right out of the box, didn't have to download anything, Steam just up and running, boom. And 3. KDE Plasma customization. Yes, I know, that's the desktop environment, but Cachy comes with it, and I just like the combo together. My biggest gripe with Cachy, and this applies to most distros, is that DaVinci Resolve won't run right on it or at all. And that is the only thing keeping me in the clutches of Apple, if only slightly. Side note, this isn't really a gripe with Cachy per se, but it's the only con I could find. Other than that, everything runs faster and better than it did on Linux Mint. I can't find one thing so far that I would say Mint does better. And I haven't had a major update break my system yet. So who would I recommend CachyOS for? Gamers, power users, people who love heavy customization, and intermediate users. I would even dare to say beginners coming from Windows, with the caveat you might need the terminal every now and then. Obviously, with all the praise that I've thrown at Cachy so far, I'm not thinking about switching back to Mint or any other distro as my daily driver anytime soon. CachyOS is a great option if you want arch power with an easier install and optimizations while keeping things really customizable. 2 months in, CachyOS is my daily driver and I'm loving the speed and customization. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. Drop a comment if you've tried CachyOS. What's your current distro? If this helped, like and subscribe for more Linux Journey videos. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.